Hello.
Hello. Hi, Harita. Good evening.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, how are you?
Fine.
Good. Let me share my screen so then we'll come back about it.
Okay.
You're able to see my screen now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So before getting to that, you're saying
You
something?
started recordings, right? Or I need.
Yeah, I started from my end. So once
Okay,
it
I need
starts,
to.
then it indicates that I gave a permission. So now you can start.
Okay, shall I press Alt-R?
Yes, you need to press Alter
Okay.
if you wish to have the recording.
Yeah. I have done. Did you get the message?
I'll say right away. Yeah,
Okay.
you're recording now.
Okay.
Because if I'm not starting, then even if you do a alter, it doesn't
Oh.
start. So just I
Okay.
anyway I'll be doing as and when we start the class for any batch.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. There are certain chances that we might forget, but we need to make sure like from my end. So
Okay.
if you're in a hurry, like when you're jumping from one class to one class, immediately
Yeah.
if you're running low with the seconds and minutes, so sometimes it happens. Happened a couple of times.
Yes.
So always make sure before get into the actual discussion. So
Yeah, we discussed
yeah, the,
data types.
yeah, data types, right? So
Yes.
you already had conversation with them.
With the training team.
Yeah.
Yeah, yesterday on the day you told me that I'm having a session with another new trainer.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
up to now, I don't know that they have changed my trainer.
Okay.
So we kept mail to Rohan.
Okay.
So I mean, on Sunday, I think training team contacted me. Then I told I don't know for what reason you guys changed, but I'm comfortable with the before the Srinivas trainer. So I would like to join with you only. So
Okay.
they said, okay.
Okay. Basically, what happened is like so. I work based on the hours. Okay. So
Okay.
usually the training, the overall training, it takes around 5 to 6 weeks generally.
Okay. Okay.
Overall trip from the core Java, advanced Java, and everything.
Oh, in 5 to 6 weeks.
Yes,
Okay.
around 6 weeks. It's a roughly. So it depends on the plus or minus from the students and
Okay.
the lecturer discussion. Around its average is 5 to 6 weeks. So like
Okay.
you are requested for the like 2 months of core Java training, right?
Yes. Yes.
So I could not accommodate that many days. Like so that's why like when I contacted them, they thought of like
Oh.
for some other alternate option. So after discussing
Oh.
with them, like now the option which I am planning is so what I will be containing is I'll be discussing. So not only core Java, I'll be discussing everything. So whatever the regular plan which I usually have for the newcomer.
Oh. Within 6 weeks, do you teach only the core Java or core Java plus the project?
Core Java and advanced Java.
Okay.
Core
Uh,
Java.
uh,
So
okay. Apart
from
from project, core, and advanced in 6 weeks.
yes, the complete
Actually,
spelling
okay.
and Hibernate, everything from the training perspective. So you are looking for the revision of like initially you plan to attend these advanced topics at the later stage, right? So what I'm
Yes.
can like not to give you an option is from my perspective, like from to make the training perspective, I'll be
Okay.
continuing with the regular flow. So whatever, like irrespective of the number of days, like whether it is 3 weeks or 4 weeks or whatever. So I will continue
Okay.
instead of stopping at the core Java level. So we'll continue
Okay.
till the end. So after that, like
Okay.
if you feel that like you want one well, the topics to be revisioned as per your requirement, you can once
Okay.
again join
Okay.
to the sessions like whenever you're comfortable. Like let's say like every continuously new batches are going to be added, right?
Okay.
So as and when
Actually, Srinivas, we didn't ask anything about that. But what the thing is, my EAD is going to get late. I mean, I'm getting it in October like that.
okay,
So we told Rohan that we are going to drop and joining in their consultancy. Why? Because I'm getting my EAD late, so we will join later. Then
okay,
he suggested us that okay, you go for the regular batch. I mean, for 2 months also we do have our Java courses like that. You better join in that. So after learning the Java, we will slowly proceed into the project work. He
okay.
suggested us like that. So actually, we don't know what you guys will say regarding this Java. So he sent he sent something Java curriculum like that, the topics which you guys are going to cover.
So I'll be covering more than that topics, like so whatever. So like
Oh,
over the period, maybe like it's just initial days. So far,
okay,
like if you look at, so right now we have 3 classes, right? If you look for
okay,
these 3 classes content into that one, so many of the things you cannot find in that. So many of the, so those are like
okay.
not completely from technical, right? So
Oh,
the
oh,
general
okay, yeah,
information, not
okay.
complaining anything about anything. So these are
No,
not.
no, not like that. Just my husband, just he wants to know. Actually, he's also Java guy. That's why just he wants to know what the topics this consult you guys are planning to teach. That's why just he want to know. Just he want to get awareness, aware of that.
So that definitely like for any like the known person they will expect, and we are supposed to
Yeah,
do. So already you have received something from their end, right? So I'll
yeah.
be giving you my list which is having a lot of topics more than the topics which they have listed. So right now I'll just consolidate maybe today or tomorrow. I'll share you that
Okay,
information. Okay.
okay, okay. And the finally the project also you are only going to
The
explain me, right?
project. So what kind of project you're saying? Actually, I forgot to ask you.
Oh, a project means they are saying that when they only said that what the work we do in this company, I don't know. Initially, they will explain us what the work they are going to do there.
Okay.
They said like that the trainer itself, they will we will give training regarding the work which you are going to do in the client place.
Okay, so look, so anything whenever you are working with some Java, definitely we'll do as a project, right? So so let's say you are working with some servlet program, example.
Okay,
So
okay.
definitely you are going to do the same project in this. So if they are referring to any additional project, then if they have any commitment with you, then they probably will coordinate with you.
Oh, okay.
No, like
Actually,
I don't know exactly
okay.
what they have spoken to you, right? They have committed to you. So maybe I'll talk
Yeah.
with them once again with respect to
Oh,
project, but with respect to training. So whatever I just given you information that I'll be continuing everything. I'll be taking care of
okay. What the thing is when we talked to him starting, Rohan told that just okay, no problem. My husband he told that my wife she's new to this Java, she don't know anything. Then he told
exactly.
okay, no problem. We will take her as an entry and the work where she is going to do also we will make her practice the work also. He told
Okay.
the work
That's
where I. That's what
I got it.
I was.
I got it. So once again, what I'll do. So from training perspective, like even the like the discussion perspective, I'll also tell you like what are the interview questions which we usually like when suppose if we are discussing some topic. If I feel that these are the
Oh,
interview questions, so I'll suggest from that perspective as well. And regarding the
oh,
project, what I'll do, I'll just discuss with them once like what they have actually completed, if they have
okay,
completed anything. So if it is my within my limits,
okay.
definitely I'll continue. If
Oh,
there is
okay.
something which they have like promised to like which is apart from the training, then they'll coordinate. So either way,
Oh, that's okay. Okay,
okay.
it's better to get clear
So, like
before
even
only.
yeah, definitely we have to clear. Otherwise, no,
Yeah, it's
you should not disappoint at the end. That's what my intention is.
yeah, yeah,
Any
yeah. That's
person.
okay.
So you
Even
should
though I will too speak with Rohan regarding that after within 2 days like that.
sure.
Okay. Srinivas, you all are not in the same group. I mean, you doesn't belongs to that consultancy. I don't know. I mean,
Uh,
Rohan, you guys are all.
yeah, yeah, like I work for multiple training teams. So
Oh,
it,
that's okay.
so
Thing
like
that
it's not
you
specific
all
to
guys
one person. Yeah, like
are.
I definitely have relation with many of the guys. Well, I work for
Okay,
different
okay.
different people, so different consultancies.
Oh,
So,
okay, okay, okay.
okay,
That's okay. Okay.
that's where like it will be based on the different variations.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yes, yes.
You're okay with that, right? So
Yes,
you're
I'm
good with
okay.
everything. Oh, so these are the topics which are discussed during our last class.
Yes.
Any doubts on any of the topics which are discussed?
No, 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 no doubts.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll just
You
click.
said that just I want to just a clarification.
Yes.
You asked me the Boolean variable, sorry, the char, why it is taking two
Two
bytes
by
means uh,
exactly.
it is supporting uh,
Unicode. It is
Unicode.
supported
Yeah.
itself.
As it is supporting Unicode, so that's why it's take that much memory.
Yes. when I say it is supporting Unicode means it's 2 byte, right? 1 byte is to represent one actual character. The other byte is to represent the representation of that Unicode. Like suppose if it is a local language, whatever. Suppose if it's Chinese language. So
Yeah.
if you take alphabet A in English, we might write in one format. In Chinese, they might write in some other format, right? It has to render on the UI means they should something have in the background and the representation that this should render in this format so and so, right? In the computer terminologies for understanding perspective, that's the actual representation how the A should like in Chinese language. So
Okay.
I just referred as Chinese, not only Chinese, anything.
Okay, any local language.
In any language. So how the character should represent, so that also it stores along with the character.
Character. Okay. I mean that all belongs to the Unicode. So along with the character, it stores Unicode.
Yeah. Simple terms, what you can do, like this is a common interview question, why character occupier means. Simple terms, you can say that because it supports a Unicode, it has to store the representation as well. That's why it's taking 2 bytes.
Okay.
You don't need to take any other country's example as well. It's a general example.
Just it's supporting Unicode. That's why. Okay.
That's why it is. Okay. Because it has to store the representation as well.
Okay.
Straightforward answer. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Declaring and defining a variable. Do you know the difference? Like what is declaring, what is defining?
Yeah, declaring means just like for example, int I is a declaration.
Okay.
Defining means giving a value to the variable.
Okay, so then you're clear. So most of the guys for training levels, they used to confuse with this term. Not only for training.
Okay, I mean I have a bit of
okay, so then that's cool. Otherwise,
background, that's why. Okay.
Okay, even for the junior developers also, most of the time it happens because the terms are most
Yes.
of them declaring and defining.
Yeah, sometimes it happens.
Okay, then yeah, clear.
Okay.
Yeah. Conversion. So because if you look at here, there is a different set of data that we are dealing, right? So for example, if you take these are integer kind of a set, depends on the range. You might declare the data type. Okay. So the conversion is a place like, suppose if you are declaring a variable which is of a the lower type, means suppose you declare a variable as byte, short, or integer, suppose. Okay.
Byte or integer. Okay.
Any of these things, like so if you're coming from top to bottom, if you declare any of these variables, and if you declare the higher variable, so conversion it happens automatically. Means if you declare a integer variable and if you declare a short variable, you can a short value directly into integer, right?
Okay.
Because short is having the range of 32,000.
Okay.
Integer is having it's a 214483648, right? Big value. So what I meant to say, so in Java, whenever the data type is supporting, it automatically converts. Conversion happens means if you're trying to store a lower capable value to higher container, means higher capable value, automatically takes care of automatic conversion. Means if you are storing a byte value in short, automatic happen, right?
Okay.
If you are trying to store a short value in automatic conversion, means developer do not need to write any additional code to convert it. It converts automatically because you are storing something smaller value in the bigger container. So it doesn't be a problem, right?
Yes.
That's the main intention. So I'm taking this as an example because It has multiple values, right? So the same.
Yes.
But if you try to store the long value in int or int value in short or short in byte, then that's where the manual conversion is required. It's a developer responsibility to convert it to manually to fit into that.
Okay.
Suppose
Or else, okay.
if you declare a variable as integer and whose value is 33,000, suppose. So 33,000 directly, if you try to convert into short, it cannot, right? Because
Yes.
it's not capable. Suppose if you declare int as 10 value,
Okay.
the ideally 10 can be supported in short, right?
Yes, yes.
So, but if you directly store the 10 variable into short, it will not. Though value is fitting, but it requires a conversion.
I mean, okay.
Understood?
Okay. Okay.
Like you are trying to put the bigger object into smaller one. You know that it fits. So what you have to do, you need to just squeeze it to fit into that smaller container.
Yes.
Got it? So I'll just show an example.
Okay.
Then probably we can come back to the discussion. First, we will see the example with the automatic conversion. We'll take any of the value. Short, I just give some value, and when I declare a value, so I'm directly assigning short. So here we know that value wise it's capable, and the data type size wise also it's capable, right? This is automatic. We haven't done any conversion, right?
Okay.
Automatically converted. So this is short is a small container, right? It is a big container.
Yes, yes.
Try to place, so you do not need to squeeze or you do not need to do anything.
Oh, okay. You're keeping the small thing in a big one,
Yes.
big memory place. Okay.
Yes, exactly. It accepts, right? There is no.
Yeah, it accepts.
There is no conversion. That's where we call it as automatic conversion. Now we'll try the reverse option. So when you want to see the value, definitely you'll get the same value. Okay. Now we will try the same thing in reverse. So byte is 1 byte. We are trying to store the 4 bytes value. Bigger memory value, you are trying to fit it in a smaller value.
Smaller memory, okay.
Though the value is 100, 100 is still within this range, but it has its limits, right?
Yes, yes.
We just place a pointer, which is that cannot convert from 8 to byte. Because the bigger value and smaller value. So what we have to do, we just need to do a manual conversion. Understood now?
Oh, okay. I need to change the variable I as byte from integer.
The left side, whatever it is, you need to convert into that part.
I mean, okay.
Means here.
Just like we are initializing integer I as byte, right?
Yes. So what's our intention? Integer is I'm having value in int. I would like to store in byte. Directly if you try to store, it's not possible, right? Because it is having smaller memory size, integer is having bigger memory size.
Yes.
But though you know that value is still capable to accommodate directly, it cannot.
But it won't accept.
It won't accept. So the developer has to do a manual conversion.
Okay.
Capable size, we're just squeezing that. So we want to fit into the another room where it can be capable.
Okay.
Got the difference? Automatic conversion, manual conversion.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah, you're dealing from lower to bottom, so always it accepts.
Okay.
If you're doing from the manual, it doesn't work out. So it developer has to do, otherwise you'll get a compile time error. That's what we have seen here, right?
Okay.
Not only with this, any combination, if I try from lower to bottom, you need a conversion. You do
Okay.
not need a conversion from bottom to high, means high value to low value. It requires a conversion.
Okay. Got it.
Got it, right? Okay. Purpose of commenting code in Java. Generally, not only Java, any programming language, we have a general term called commenting. So why we need a commenting? There are multiple reasons, right? Either
Okay.
you would like to comment some piece of code for not to run that particular time, right? Or else
Okay.
you might be providing some information about the functionality. Means kind of
Yeah.
like a documentation. There is a function,
Okay.
you are providing some information, right? You are
Okay.
documenting something there, right?
Mm.
So these are the various kind of a benefit that usually. So there are certain cases that you do not want some piece of code to be executed. Instead of that deleting that complete code, if you delete that, you'll be missing that code, right? But you might
Yes.
require that code later point of time, maybe over the period. What we can do, we can ignore from it execution, but still my code can be present in my source code. So I'll just use the commenting pattern to hide that comment complete code from the execution, but still code will execute. These are the two benefits out of the commenting. One is for documenting purpose, and the other one is for skipping the execution of some piece of logic for some reason.
Okay.
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 So we have two. Yeah, just you're asking something.
No, I'm not asking.
Okay. So we have two types of commenting in general in Java. So I can
Okay.
comment the single line using these two characters. If I use these two characters in any of my Java code in front of the line, that line is
Okay.
going to be commented.
Okay.
Okay. And the other pattern is if you have group of lines,
Okay.
I have to use these symbols, the beginning of the line and the end of the line. So in between, like whatever the code which is mentioned, everything is going to be commented. So
Okay.
when to go for what? If it's a single line, obviously I can go for this, right?
Oh.
Multi-line. Assuming that if you have 10 lines of a code, if you go
Okay.
with this one, what happens?
It only for single line it takes. Just now you told.
It only for single line. If you comment 10 lines, still it's going to comment.
Oh,
Nothing
I
will.
mean, for each line you need to give
Yes.
like that. Each line.
Yeah, that's the pain we are going to get now. So
Yeah.
each time, each line you are going to give this, and all the lines are going to be commented. Again,
Yeah.
if it is 10 lines, so it's 10 lines is not a bad matter for a developer. He can comment. If it's 100 lines, it's a problem, right? And
Yeah.
so by just somehow by putting his effort, he might have commented. But once again, if I want to enable all those 100 lines, so you need to modify all those 100 lines, right?
Yes.
It's not the complex task, it's like unnecessary additional task which you are just making that for easiest thing you are making it as complex, right?
Yes.
So always go for this one only if you think that is a very minimum lines, one or two,
Yeah.
or maybe if it is within the range. If it
Okay.
is beyond that, always go for this, because no matter like whether you're dealing with 1,000 lines or on whatever, at any point if you want to hide, just go for the starting line and then you use this. If you want to enable
Okay.
it, just remove these two. Here we are at any point
Okay.
of time we are only touching two lines, beginning line,
Okay.
ending line. In between it can be like 1,000 lines or 1 lakh lines, whatever. We are not touching all those things. Everything is going to be hidden.
Okay.
So it's purely on the need basis that when to go for this one, when to go for this. Now we are clear, right?
Okay.
Clear?
Oh, clear.
So in this is our code. So we comment everything. Just commented single lines, right?
Yeah.
It's a single line commenting. And if you want to comment group, right?
Yeah.
So
Got it.
completely commented. I'm just commenting on a few lines. Just printing commented. So rest everything is going to be executed, but printing it on the screen is commented, right?
Yeah.
It's only on the need.
So it okay.
There
It
are
can't
certain
print.
cases that you might write some comment like this. anything which is meaningful to that particular method.
Yeah.
And here also it
Understood.
accepts like something like this you can write. But usually it's once again, so how many lines you are writing depends on that, either you can go for this or you can go for that. Okay.
Okay.
You can
Okay.
add commenting anywhere within your Java program, not only inside code, anywhere you can mention.
Okay.
If you are
Okay.
mentioning that, the piece of code is going to be hidden. So you know that it might be for some description or it might be something from the Java compiling perspective.
Mm.
So whatever, it doesn't know, right, what you actually intended.
Mm.
So just it finds any of this character, it ignores that line blindly. Clear the usage? Hello? 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 Hello?
Hello.
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah,
what happened?
Srinivas.
Suddenly it got.
Yeah, my net got disconnected.
Okay,
That's what.
okay. I thought like maybe some problem. I am checking my end as well.
No, 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 no. That's my fault.
Okay, okay, cool.
Yeah, now it's okay.
Understood, right? So, the
Mm.
purpose of commenting.
Yeah.
The next one is the semicolon.
Mm.
What is semicolon? If you observe any of the Java programs so far that were coded,
Mm.
almost all the lines you might have observed that there is something is being mentioned, right?
Yeah.
So, semicolon is a statement terminator, which is going to
Mm.
break the statement. If you're not giving semicolon, means obviously your program is not going to be compiled at all. Suppose if
Okay.
you're just missing the semicolon additionally. So if you
Mm.
place pointer, because we are in Eclipse, so on the fly we can see that. If you are using a notepad and the command prompt, definitely you have to use the Java C command
Mm.
to see the result.
Okay.
So here, so it's clearly
Mm.
saying that insert semicolon
Yeah, clear.
and the statement. So
Mm.
at this, so we are not going to give a semicolon to this statement and this method signatures, but we are going to write semicolons in between your method logic and everywhere apart from this. Okay. So
Yeah.
this is statement terminated to close that statement, to complete that statement.
Okay.
Without that, program is not going to be compiled.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm.
These are simple things just to give you that. So then you'll be get comfort of like the overall
Yeah. Okay.
the naming conventions. So far like we were creating a classes and the methods and everything variables, right? But
Mm.
ideally from the Java perspective, we need to follow some standard for each and every.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
So the standard perspective, if you're not following a standard, still it's not going to give you any kind of issue. Still your program is going to continue working if you, even though if you're not following standard. But being a best practice, so always advisable to follow standard to make it industry standard. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So if you look for the class name, so class name should start with the uppercase letter.
Okay.
So if it is a single lettered word, you just it's only single first character will be first capital letter. And if it is a
Okay.
multi-lettered word, the second character also capital. Means as a number of words, for each and every word, starting character should be capital letter.
Oh, for each word, the starting character is in a
Exactly.
uppercase. Okay.
Yeah, if you observe the so far with a single lettered word, right? So C is
Okay.
capital. If you go
C is
to
capital.
word programs, so default values D capital, V capital.
Yeah, got it.
If you go to the word one, so variable types. So whatever, so if it is single word, hollow H test case,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So whenever you are naming a class, so always make sure to start with the uppercase letter.
Yeah, first letter with
First
uppercase.
with
Okay.
uppercase letter. For each and every, if as many number of words you are having, for each and every words, first character should be capital letter.
Okay.
If you're giving a small letter, nothing happens. Still it works. Just a standard.
Yeah, it's a good practice.
Yes. Enterprise name. It also should start with a uppercase letter similar to your class name. So same rules applicable for your enterprise name as well.
Oh, same as like class.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Single lettered word and multi lettered word, same thing.
Yeah, same.
And the method name. Method name should start with a lowercase letter.
Okay.
Okay. Any method
Okay.
name, if it is a single word, all letters will be in
Multi-words.
the lowercase letter. If it is a multi-letter word, then first first character should be small.
Okay.
Thereafter, each word's first character should be capital. Let me give
Okay.
some examples here.
Got it.
Main is a method, right? Everything
Yes.
small. So save details. Sorry.
Hmm.
These are two words.
Hmm.
The first words first character should be capital. If there
Small.
are so small, so there are
Hmm.
words. So for second words capital. So what you can
Capital.
easily say, similar to the class naming convention, only thing is like first letter of the first word should be small.
Yeah, got it.
Right?
Hmm.
If it's multi-letter, more than two words, you can say date of birth. So D is small, O capital, B capital, right?
Yeah. Yeah, understood.
And the next variable names.
Hmm.
Variable names also similar to some kind of like a method naming convention. We should start with the lowercase letter as usual, and if it is a multi-lettered word, so we need to follow the same way of step.
Okay, same as method.
Same method. If I say
Declaration.
first name, last name, right?
Hmm.
F small and capital. So in the same,
Capital.
if it's a date of birth, D small, O capital, and B capital.
Okay.
The package is nothing but in Java terminology, it's a folder.
Hmm.
Okay, so we are actually discussing about the folders and packages. For now, just remember that package is nothing but a folder. So where you can see that we are already using a packages.
Yeah, in that we created a
Com, data
class.
examples and data, right? So if you
Yeah,
have
com.exe.
so com is a package. Inside that examples is a package. Inside that date 01, date 2, 3, 4. These are different packages, right? Package is nothing but a folder. So in case you want to really see that, you go to your physical folder in your workspace. Com is just example is a folder. Inside that every day we are creating a folder from Eclipse. So it creates a corresponding folder in this folder location.
Okay.
Package is just a folder name. So always make sure to have the package name in the smaller letters.
Okay.
All small letters. If
Okay.
it is a multi-lettered word, definitely we follow with the dots.
Okay.
So if you go to Eclipse, this is complete multi-lettered word kind of thing, right?
Yeah, com dot
Kind of like
example.
multiple folders. Multiple
Okay.
folders, how do you separate? With a dot. So under com, we have examples as a folder. Under example,
Okay.
we have something else as a folder.
Before. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. For the
Got it.
readability also. Suppose if you are giving everything like this, then it expects the folder name as this one.
Okay, the whole folder name is
This
okay.
one. Okay. So right now it's not the case, right? That's why we are getting the error here.
Okay.
So every dot indicates that subfolder. As and when you are going right side, that is the nesting of the subfolders that you see
Okay.
in your physical explorer driver.
Okay.
Constant. Constant, as you know, generally. So if you are declaring a variable which is of type as a constant, means whose value cannot be changed at any point of time, right? That's what the constant is generally, right?
Oh, yeah.
The constants are declared in Java in a complete capital letters,
Capital letters.
full capital letters.
Okay.
If it is a multi-lettered word, each word we are going to break with underscore.
Underscore. Okay.
Yeah, H, O, count, next. Okay,
Okay.
full capital letters. If it is a two-letter or three-letter, this one breaking. So assuming that if you're not giving underscore, nothing is going to happen. It is just a readability to help as a developer, right? So now I told you that this data book, now we can read it. For thinking
Yes.
we are reading this word for the first time,
Mm.
and definitely we might take at least few seconds to break the sentence,
And
right?
yeah, yeah.
So if you see something like this, we can obviously we can read it immediately. It's just
Yeah,
a
yeah.
readability breaking.
Got it.
Okay, just a look at these are whatever we discussed here. These are just a convention that if you're not following also, program is not going to give us any error. But always it's advisable to follow this kind of thing, because when you are actually jumping into the real-time environment, you might see all these things. So from the day one, when we are learning, we follow the same convention.
Okay.
Definitely we'll get habituated to this practice.
Okay. We need to practice like that. Okay, got it.
Whenever you create a new class, so usually I'll tell these conventions, right? But whenever the students, when they practice, they'll create a class name, whatever ABCD and the small letters.
Okay.
There is no point of telling me the conventions, right?
Okay.
So they'll mainly focus on the logic. So this is also important from the convention perspective.
Okay.
So when if they are facing any issue and when they share their screen, then I'll realize that. Then once again I used to explain them. That's how.
Okay.
Just an example I'm telling you.
Got it.
Okay. And next one, command line arguments. So this is the point which you need to relate with the day one class. In the day one, you were asking something about this one, right?
Yes.
So this is where the command line is. So till now, whatever we are doing a program, we haven't accepted anything from the keyboard, right? We are giving some value and we are seeing output there, right?
Yes. Yeah.
We are giving some value. Suppose if I want to see the result as 100, I'm giving 100 in some variables, I'm printing something, I'm doing something, right?
Yes.
On
Yes.
the
Yes.
fly, we haven't read something and we haven't accepted anything, right? The command line arguments is a program wherein using command line arguments, you can pass a parameter to your programs. Means you are making your program more dynamic.
Okay, using command line arguments.
Yes, command line argument is nothing but passing additional parameters to your program. So where those parameters are going to be mapped. Whenever you run a program, when you're passing parameters, all those things are automatically saved into this variable. So now it's your turn inside this area with what you wanted to perform with those arguments. Suppose I've asked you to perform to check whether to perform some to print the values which are passed. So what you have to do, you have to read from this variable that what are the values which are passed, right?
Okay.
Then you can process something.
Okay.
In order to work with the command line arguments, first I'll work with the command prompt to show you the usage, and then same thing I'll show you with an Eclipse. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
These are just additional information in case you want to pass to a program. So because
Okay.
we are not, so if you run this program, if you run this program 100 times, so will there be any change in the result? No, right?
No.
So this is a static kind of a program. If you want to make it more dynamic, so we have to accept the values something from the command line and we have to process that. That's why it's more dynamic is like what are the values based passing by user. So the program is changing, behaving accordingly, right? So
Okay.
we are going to make a dynamic programming, not the static programming.
So for making dynamic, to make the program dynamic, we need to give command line arguments.
Yes.
I mean, in a main method,
Exactly.
you're giving arguments,
Yes.
right?
So what I meant to say here, if you run this program, the value 100 fixed. No
Yeah,
matter
fixed.
how many times you run, it's going to be the same.
Yeah.
So if you make it dynamic, so instead of 100, I'm going to put the variable. So whatever the user is going to pass, based on that, it checks, right?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Here in this case, there is no logic. Assume that you
I mean, it is going to take the values from the arguments.
Exactly.
Okay.
So that's more meaningful, right? Rather than fixing the same program. So
Yes.
if that program, if you run for multiple times and by passing different values, the program logic might behave based on the logic that what you write.
Yes.
We'll show you the program. Just copy the same thing. As you said, here this is an array, right? Because the square bracket indicates it's an array. So whatever you
Okay.
pass from the command line, if you each and every parameter that is separated with the space is going to be have one parameter. If you give 10 spaces by separating 10 values, that indicates that 10 values you have supplied to your program. So all those 10 values are going to be stored in this variable.
Okay.
Okay. So if you want to see the first value, so what I'm doing, yeah, this is my array name, array of 0.
0.
Java index starts with 0 for
Zero.
everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, except JDBC that we are going to see in the later. Assuming that I'm just passing 0 and 1, means two parameters I'm trying to read from this variable and trying to print. Means whatever the
Okay.
additional information that is supplied, I'm just reading them and printing. Once you know how to access them, then you can write the logic whatever you wish here, right?
Okay.
If you know how to read the variable, you can access it later.
Okay.
I'm compiling. Server command line. So 10 and 20, right?
Okay.
You pass ABCD. Means whatever you pass, you're just reading and displaying them.
Okay.
Means
Okay. Okay.
first focus is like we are able to read. If you are able to read, with that input, you can do whatever you wanted based on your logic.
Okay.
So I'm passing more than that. So I passed XYZ, ABCD XYZ, 10, 20, 30, whatever, right?
Hmm.
So I could see that only two values are printed because
Hmm.
I'm asked to print only two.
Yeah. Here we give only 2.
Exactly. 0 and 1 the location. But you
Yeah.
can see only those two. Now let me show you the error. Command text. And I'm passing only 10. So here in this case, I'm going to get an error because I'm expecting two values in my program, right?
Okay.
So I'm trying to read two values, but if you are supplying only one value, you get the error.
Okay.
So what we have to do in this case, developer has to write a conditional checking, means if conditions to avoid this kind of errors.
Okay.
Okay, but simple error is array index out of bounds. What it is trying to do is you are passing only one value, but here in your program, when it executes the code, it is trying to read two values, which is not available. This value is not available, right?
Yes. Yes.
That's why it's giving error. Okay,
Okay.
here this kind
Uh,
of things can be like resolved by just adding a small condition. You know,
okay.
generally if condition, right? Any programming.
Yeah.
Okay, same. I'll just use for now. I'll just use a condition. If
Okay.
just to show you the how to resolve that error. But later we
Okay.
are going to discuss about if condition.
Okay.
What I did here, arguments that you supplied is at least two.
2.
Then do this. At least two, greater than or equal to.
Okay.
I used.
Okay.
If you pass less than or equal to less than two, nothing is going to print it.
Okay.
So I'll just give a message that this is just information to the end user.
Hmm.
So this time you're not going to get that kind of error. Passing as usual works. If you're passing only one value, it gives information. Please pass minimum two parameters, two values.
Oh, okay.
So this is how it has happened. This is because of the if condition that you wrote. Earlier
Okay.
it was giving some error, right? Now we have handled that error.
Yeah.
So overall, this is a place which is having all the information about your command line. So command, when I say command line, so Java and the program name. After that, whatever you supply. So as many number of spaces that you are using. Means space in the sense like so separator for each and each. So in this case, I can say this many values, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 values are going to be supplied. So my array size will be 8 internally.
Okay.
Okay. So it depends on the number of values that you're supplying. Size will be declared accordingly.
Okay.
Clear the definition? No?
Okay. Clear.
No, I'll show you the same thing in case you want to work with the same thing in your Eclipse. So I'm just copying the same program. Just copied the same program. Here, there is a run configuration.
But dynamically, we need to give the array size, right?
We are not going to give the array size. Array size.
Okay. If we don't give the array size, how can we know how many the output we need to print?
Okay, that's what here. There is a length.
Yeah. This if okay greater than or equal to okay.
The length
This,
is when you print a length, it gives you the number of elements you passed. But let me show you the output there.
Okay. Okay. Arguments dot length. It gives the length. Okay.
Length of your array. So let me print here to show you that how many values that is supplied. It gives you the this gives you answer. Come here. Come on. So values passed is 0. I haven't passed anything, right?
Yes.
If you count, you should have 20 values. Right? So whatever. So
Okay.
one.
Okay.
It's a dynamic right here.
Okay.
So we don't know how many values user is going to pass. We are just giving a program to end user. End user as it is. So
Got it.
I cannot restrict like 8 or 10 or 2. I have to dynamically write my program to work for that many number of parameters.
Oh, got it.
You will
Now
be
it's
using
clear.
this one down the line whenever you feel that. Suppose I asked you to write a program to accept the number of parameters and write a summing of the numbers. I don't know how many parameters you pass, right? So I have to write a logic based on this.
Okay.
We'll be seeing all those examples down the line. So I'm just moving the same thing to Eclipse to show you how we can work with Eclipse. So that's where I showed. From the command line, from here, we can easily test. But from Eclipse, it's a little bit, process is not that much easy. It's not complex, it's not easy.
Oh, okay.
Run configuration, to arguments. This is the place you want. Suppose you want to pass two values. So when you run this program, okay, it's default is running. 1 second. Run configuration. So it's the default program is. I need to change the program.
So you just went to run configurations and where you gave the argument. Okay, here arguments.
I'll close it. So this is the icon you can see. Go to run configuration.
Here run configurations.
And this is a project. You can leave it. And this is first time like I got 100 right because by default here you will be having the last executed class. So you need to change that class. Whatever the class and you want to test, just map that. And this is the argument. Here you can pass the arguments. So yeah, you gave a space, right? So here supply 3 arguments. When so values passed is 3.
Okay.
And 10, 20 are printing.
Okay.
Want to test it once again? Run configuration.
Arguments. Okay.
A, B, C, D, E, F. Run. So it automatically
EBC.
install fast. So you're
Okay.
printing only A and B.
Okay. Only.
In
Okay.
case if you want to print all those, you can write one more for loop.
Okay. Okay.
Run configuration. And here, see, you need to launch this one unit into pass and anything. But if it is a command prompt, simply we are able to pass any number of parameters, right? That's the convenience.
Okay.
Now we know how to write from the Eclipse and from the command mode. Is it clear? And any doubts as of now?
Yeah. Clear, Srinivas. It's
Okay.
clear.
Suppose you want to perform a summing of the numbers in the same program. Okay.
Okay.
Run configuration. Past 10 and 20. So 0 and 1 is the two values, right? I would like to print summing. So what I can do? So age is and 0 and age is 1. These are in the form of strings that we know, right?
Okay. Yeah. Strings. Yeah.
Yeah.
We declared in the main. Yes.
It's in the part of declaration of main method, so which
Yeah.
cannot be manipulated by us. So what you
Yeah.
have to do, it is the format of input that you are going to get. So now if you want to perform summing of the numbers, summing can be performed as some numerics. So but you are having in the string format. So it's your turn to convert that string into numeric.
Oh, but we gave here a numeric 10 and 20, but it gave without any conversions, right?
This is a string, right?
Yes. Oh, okay.
1 and 0 is also for a string, it's just alphabet. And it's
Okay.
alphabet, not only A to Z, right? Everything in the form of string is going to be string representation.
Okay.
Okay. When you want to perform some manipulation on the numeric,
Okay.
it requires a conversion.
Oh, no, my question is just now we gave the arguments in numeric numeric values, right?
Here, 10 and 20.
Yeah, but without any conversion, it printed it. I mean, it didn't give any error.
So are you performing any numeric operations there? No, right? This is there in the string. You're just
Okay.
printing them. You're not performing anything, right?
Oh, we are not performing, just we are printing, yes.
Yeah, suppose if you are performing, assuming that you are performing something on
Okay.
string. Now you can see the difference. So what I'm doing, I'm just using plus symbol, assuming that we are not getting any conversion issue, so we are expecting a summing of the result, right?
Okay.
So now you can see the output difference. 10 and 20, we'll just leave it. What is the output we are going to get?
10 plus 20, 30.
Okay, sure.
Oh my, oh, just it concatenated, just it hadn't added.
Because it's a string, it concatenates. String behavior is whenever you use a plus, it just concatenates. Because it's
Okay.
a string format. Now that's why you need to convert that into numeric format. Then if you use a plus symbol, it will not concatenate. It will just sum as per.
Okay. It will add, okay.
Clear?
Okay, got it.
That we'll see maybe in the tomorrow's example. Okay.
Okay.
Any doubts as per the understanding is of today's topics?
And no, it's everything is
Okay.
okay.
Okay, Arita, I think we are good for today, and we'll continue with that example tomorrow's class.
Srinivas, will you talk to Rohan regarding this project?
The project wise, I'll just check with them. Even you can also discuss if you have any doubts. As I said, as I informed you in the beginning of the class, after my completing my course, once again you can, like, in case you want to have the revision of the topics, anything, in case if you wish to have advanced topics once again, you can check with them and they'll arrange you all those topics, because continuously batches are going on, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay.
If you wish and in case you want to have the revision, if you're comfortable, then that should not be an issue.
Yeah, that's okay. My main concern is about the project. I don't know, so that's why. Okay, once tomorrow you will talk and we will discuss. And if I have any further doubts, I will talk to Rohan regarding the project.
Definitely. So overall, it should be clear.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay,
Okay.
Hanika. So we'll
Okay.
continue tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Good
Bye.
night.
Good night.